If Iran falls, nuclear war will follow. This is not the plot of a thriller, but a chilling prophecy from Alexander Dugin, the Russian philosopher whose ideas echo through the halls of power in Moscow. In his worldview, Iran stands as more than just a nation-state. It is a civilizational pillar, a sentinel on the front lines, holding back the relentless tide of what he calls the unipolar liberal empire. In Dugin's eyes, Iran's fate is bound up with that of the broader Eurasian continent. It is encircled, hemmed in by a chain of U.S. military bases, battered by years of sanctions, and subjected to the isolating pressure of the West. Yet Iran remains defiant, refusing to bow. Dugin warns that if the West succeeds in dismantling Iran as it did with Iraq and Libya, the entire backbone of resistance across Eurasia would fracture. The consequences, he claims, would not stop at Iran's borders. They would ripple outward, destabilizing Russia itself and plunging the region into chaos. But there is, according to Dugin, a path that avoids this catastrophe. The answer lies in forging a new alliance, a strategic and civilizational compact between Moscow, Tehran, and Beijing. These three powers, he argues, must become one heart, one front, one fate. It is a vision of unity, not aggression. Together, he believes, they can build a bulwark against Western domination and protect their own cultures, values, and sovereignties. This alliance, Dugin insists, will not be found in diplomatic salons or in the chambers of Geneva. Real security comes not from negotiations with the West, but from the formation of a united axis of resistance. The alliance is not about conquest, he says. It is about survival. It is about saving Eurasia and perhaps the world itself from the specter of Western annihilation. If Iran falls, the southern flank of Eurasia collapses, and nuclear confrontation becomes unavoidable. These are Dugin's stark words. He sees the fate of Iran as the keystone in a larger arch, a linchpin in the global balance of power. Remove it, and the entire structure could come crashing down, with consequences that would reach far beyond the region. Across the globe, the stakes of this high-stakes game are visible. Whether in Gaza, where conflict rages, in Ukraine, where rivalries have erupted into war, or in the straits near Hormuz, where oil tankers navigate perilous waters, the great game is escalating. In this volatile landscape, Iran has become the line separating apocalypse from the hope of multipolar peace. To Dugin, the choice is stark: stand or burn. This is his message to Russia and to all who would listen. Stand with Iran now, while there is still time, or prepare to watch the world descend into flames. The collapse of Iran, he argues, would not simply be another chapter in the long history of regional conflict. It would trigger a cascade of events that could bring the world to the brink of nuclear disaster. In a world where narratives are shaped and reshaped by those in power, some voices claim to speak uncomfortable truths. Alexander Dugin's vision is controversial, sometimes extreme, but for many policymakers and strategists, it is a warning worth considering. The fate of Iran, he argues, is not just a regional affair. It is a crossroads for the world order itself. Subscribe to Beyond the Atlantic Lie, where the truth survives the propaganda.